So, hi, Michaela. Lovely to see you. How are you
Yes, hi
today?
there. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit wobbly earlier, but I'm okay now. So,
excellent.
yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah,
Very
for me too.
exciting.
For me too. What are we going to explore today?
Well, it's my turn to choose, isn't it? So, I'm keen to. I've been seeing quite a bit about confidence recently and what that is and what it means to people and how it seems to be a thing in the world that people are chasing.
Mm,
And perhaps I thought we could have a conversation about that and see if we can help people with our thoughts on confidence.
yeah.
So what do you see around confidence?
Yeah, I kind of see that first, initially, when you said the word confidence, I felt like I breathed it in and it had me sit up a little straighter. And that was like a key reminder, of course, that confidence really doesn't come from some places that we think it does. Like if someone believes in me, or if I have someone with me or beside me, or that it really, that feeling, that sense of, and to me, it's like stability and knowing. It's like a place of not really being shaken from. And I see that can only come in from within me. One of the things I see that when my confidence is shaken is when I'm comparing myself to
Mm.
another. Like I see how someone is doing something and it's like, oh, that's cool. That's really good. And oh, look what, look how they're, doing that. And then feeling a little like it feels a little shaky. And then it's like, okay, well, that's really awesome, really for them, because typically those things that I see, those comparisons, it's not actually something that I want to do
Mm.
in that particular way. It always kind of comes back to right. And it's a question that I have asked myself is like, well, would I want to do that? Oh, well, actually, no. So it's like, okay, if so, instead, where's the inspiration? Like, what is it for me? How would it show up for me to express or do what I really want to do, take action on that? And that will always come from in here. If I look for that out there, it actually has me in a place where I don't feel that. That truly kind of tells me that, yeah, there's only one place for it. It kind of simplifies it for me. Remind me when I forget, because,
Mm.
you know, as humans, what do you see from that comes up for you?
I loved what you said about simplification, really.
Mm,
Um, I have actually searched on Google how to build your confidence or grow your confidence or whatever other language people use around it. And there are hundreds of millions of ways, apparently,
mm,
of having more confidence or growing your confidence or whatever, building your confidence. And it's complicated, it looks complicated, doesn't it? Like if you go searching for that, if you weren't feeling confident and you went looking on Google for the answer, you would be pretty overwhelmed, really, I think, by that many different choices on how to do it. And I think for me that there was a period where I was doing that, like working my way through, not quite all the hundreds of millions, but working my way through ways to feel more confident or feel different in some other way. And so I think the more we can simplify that, the more ease there will be around what we need, I suppose, because I think there's a physical form, isn't there? There's like Clare Diamond calls it a mind-body system, which I really like. There's a mind-body system, either doing a thing or not doing a thing. And when we're doing the thing, we feel confident, don't we? And when we feel like there's something stopping us from doing the thing, whatever the thing is, we don't feel. And the thing could be doing a live video, making a podcast, asking somebody out, applying for a job. It doesn't really matter what the thing is.
Yeah.
We're either doing it or we're not. So I guess for me, it's like almost like the reverse of confidence. It's like, well, what gets in the way when we don't do things? We have an idea to do something and then we don't do it. Like you're noticing that it's thoughts about how somebody else might be better or further on than me or doing something better than me or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think for other people, it might be just almost a similar thing where somebody's fearful of what other people are going to think. So there's like, I guess, self-doubting thoughts there.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, what even is it, confidence? What is it? Is it just an illusion? When we're doing a thing, and we call it, we say that we're doing it because we're feeling confident, or we're just doing it because we're not listening to our self-doubting thoughts.
Yeah. That's really great. Feeling confident because we're not thinking anything other than confidence, not even thinking confidence.
Maybe we're not thinking anything at all. We're just doing the thing. Like when I often talk about little people, little tiny children, how they don't have any self-doubting thoughts, which is why when you go to like a family party or a wedding, they're the first ones on the dance floor, aren't they? Because they don't really care what anybody else thinks about them. And the rest of us are all having a few glasses of wine before we go on the dance floor, because we do care. And we do have thoughts about what somebody else thinks about us. And so therefore there's just a little person on a dance floor moving, because that is what is coming from their nature. They're hearing the music and they start moving, because that's a natural thing for humans to do, actually, move to a beat. And then they're on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else. There's no feeling. They're not going, oh, do I feel confident? There's nothing there. Yeah. There's just a mind-body system moving onto a dance floor and doing some dancing.
You know, what came up is this, the feeling that, so when we're little, we're just in the feeling. That's just what's there. So there's not a contrast yet of confidence, no confidence, or lack of, or short on. And then as we, get to our age, then there's like, we need to remember the feeling of it. Like, and that feeling is, as you said, that is our true nature. That when we are kind of settled into who we really are, that space of just relaxed into it and feeling, when we're not trying to do anything or be anything, that we are not, we can remember the feeling. we can, and that can be a guide for us. It's like when someone has a talent, a skill, whatever, that they're unaware of. So someone can look on and say, wow, you do that so well. And it's like, really? It's nothing. That's not a big deal. But it is. They're just totally confident in it, totally comfortable in it, at home in it. And if I'm just saying, because I put the word skill out there, if it is a skill that is learned, that comes with the practice of it, right? The more it's shaky, but the more you do it, the more you get into a practice of doing it, you feel more confident. Well, what's really happening? It's just feeling more natural to you. It's just feeling more like you're feeling more at home in it.
So it's a removal of layers of the idea that we can't do something, which can come from, I guess, being in a conversation like this, but can also come from us doing something to the point where we feel capable. Yeah. I do regular live videos, and when I first started doing them, gosh, nearly 2.5 years ago, I had a lot of I didn't feel very confident. I felt a lot of discomfort. It felt icky. It wasn't nice. And now it's got the energetic charge of brushing my teeth. It's just got no charge on it anymore, because I have no doubt that I can turn up and talk about a subject. I have confidence. I get the technology. I know how all that works. And so when I turn up to do it now, it does have there's nothing in the way. There's no thinking. I can't find any doubtful thinking at all. It's just not there.
Yeah.
I mean, naturally, as human beings, we are naturally inclined to do things, aren't we? That's a complete part of being human, isn't it? Like, to move, to do things, it's part of our way to survive, isn't it? Like, probably less so now, because we can all go down the supermarket and buy our food, but you couldn't have survived if you didn't move and do things and chase the wildebeest and pick the berries and the nuts and everything else that we had to do just to stay alive. We had to just keep doing things.
Yeah.
And so we have this natural inclination to do things. That's our natural. That's natural, isn't it? That's our essence. The moving, the doing things, the creating things. And then in comes the self-doubting thoughts that says, you can't do that, you're going to look stupid or whatever.
Yeah.
So as those fall away, as we start to see that they're not the truth of who we are, just the doing emerges. Like I'm seeing more and more that there is no such thing as confidence. There is no such thing. There is literally, we're doing or we're not doing. This idea of this feeling we have to do things is stopping people doing the things that, and we've all had it, haven't we? You have an amazing idea for something. Let's say it's doing live videos in your business, or asking somebody out, or this promotion you really want, or whatever it is. And then you're just not doing it because you're believing nonsense in your head about your lack, your inability, or how you're going to look to other people, whatever it is. But underneath that, you're perfectly capable of doing the thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's why action helps. It's a bit Nike, isn't it? But it's do the thing, just do it,
Just do it.
just do it. And the more you just do it, the more it just becomes a form doing things, creating things, being in the world.
I kind of, this image I got was this, you know, from the core. We have this core of who we are, who we come into the earth to be. And from that moment forward, we're expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding. And it happens by the doing of new things. It happens of the just stepping out. And there can be learning. There can be, but that's all. Anything else that we put on it with our thinking is irrelevant. And some things I could maybe be, you know, I don't know why I came back to, you know, school, but the 100-yard dash. And someone else is really great at doing the long run. And it really means nothing about our levels of confidence that there's any kind of comparison. I can do that. Someone can do another. It really is, anything else that's put on that is just made up. I find it helpful to go back to the facts sometimes, to just see where the facts end and then all the bits begin. And there's always so much more fluff added on top. And it's like, what's the base here?
Yeah, I love that, because that is, let's say it's asking somebody out on a date who's stood at the bar over there. Your physical ability to walk over there and say some words like, would you like a drink, or whatever it is to start that conversation, all that is innately, you're innately capable of doing all of that. The physical body, the form can do that. It has no restrictions on, you know, because clearly in some aspects, like, we are restricted from actually physically doing something, but that, you know, that's, like you say, that's the baseline facts, isn't it? That you can put one foot in front of the other, walk to the end of the bar and say some words to a person. Anything else that looks real, that, because they do look real, don't they? Our self-doubting thoughts, they look flipping like they're like somebody sat on our chest sometimes, you know, it feels really restrictive. Yeah, that isn't real. That's not that, because what's there in the body is this ability to do that thing, to press a button to go live, to post a post on a social media platform, to apply for a job. Your actual ability to do that, like you said, there is some learning, you know, there might be learning to do on a practical level, you know, but your actual ability to A, do the thing, and B, do the learning to help you do the thing, that's all there already.
Right. Yeah.
So I love that it's fact or it's not.
Yeah. You're never starting from scratch. There's always this foundation of living and life, really. So, yeah, I think we at times can discount all that we bring to the table. Yeah,
whilst we wait for a feeling.
Yeah.
Whilst we wait to feel confident.
Right. Yeah.
And I think because that waiting is something that lots of people are doing, waiting to feel confident, I think that's why there are hundreds of millions of hits on Google when you go looking for that, because and probably why there are so many solutions is because it's an illusion. So it's like trying to create something that isn't even there. doesn't exist. It's just a concept, isn't it? That really it's the lack of self-doubting thoughts, which is just us doing our innate doing as human beings, because that's what's left behind when there is no, when there are no self-doubting thoughts. There's just us doing things.
Yeah. Carrying on, guided from one thing to the next. We just allow that without the second guessing or the what ifing. It's like, yeah.
It's crazy when you think there's a multi-billion pound industry built around helping people feel more confident or more anything else. Yeah. I'm sure other subjects of a similar nature will come up in these conversations. Because there's a whole industry built around these concepts, isn't there?
Sure is. Yeah.
What do you think's to kind of come to the end of this? What do you think is the most important thing for somebody to know right now about confidence?
Really it's really about being settled in yourself, knowing who you are, knowing yourself, knowing and really honoring that, because there's only one Clare, there's only one Michaela, there's only one of us. We are lived by this one amazing infinite energy source, but we come here in this physical world as a pure expression of only you. So when you just allow that to come out, that is where that comfort, and if there's a word to be, if you want to call it confidence, okay, but it's really just really being clear on who you are and honoring that you're filling a spot in the world that can kind of only be filled by you in your particular way, in your flavor. Comes to mind for you?
The word presence really comes to mind really strongly right now. That when we become aware that we've got thoughts that are not in the present, because I think a lot of those thoughts that stop us doing things, the thoughts that might make us feel a lack of confidence, I guess, are not about what's present and what's true right now for us. Like this ability to walk across the room and open our mouths and put words to come out to ask somebody out or buy them a drink or whatever, that is actually, when we're present and grounded in this moment, we can actually do that without the stories of rejection and the stories of, it not working out or whatever. So I think that feels important to me to say to people, that be aware of those, because it's all about awareness, isn't it? Be aware of those thoughts that are taking you away from the truth of, like you said, the truth of who you are and what you can actually do in this moment.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that was lovely. Thank you,
Sure
Michaela.
was. Thank
Always
you, Clare.
lovely to talk to you. I hope people found that helpful.
Absolutely. I saw new things.
Well, we'll talk again soon.
You bet. Ciao.
Take care. Bye.